Hey guys, so this is Day by Day Vegan, and today I really just wanted to. There's my cat. Hey kitty. Okay, so today I really just wanted to share my experiences with fasting. If you have read my blog at all, I have been fasting for 2 weeks. And I just completed that yesterday, and today is my first day eating. This is gonna be my first meal, and I'm really excited about it. But first of all, I just want to get into why I did a fast. I'm not going to get super detailed about it because I did write a pretty lengthy post on this, and the link is going to be below. And basically, there have been a lot of health benefits that even recent journal articles, peer-reviewed articles, have demonstrated. First of all, there's a lot of evidence to support that it can help prevent diabetes as long as you're going to a healthy diet afterwards. It can help prevent cancer, and it can help boost your immune system. A lot of this shows that what happens is fasting can actually help your cells it helps repair damaged cells that have been damaged due to oxidization. There's not a whole lot of other methods that can help these kind of cells. I've also talked about, in my article, I talked about some of the doctors who are proponents of fasting. Dr. Fung, Dr. Furman, Dr. Mercola, even Dr. Greger has made the statement that while fasting itself won't help with weight loss or fitness, if it's something that you need to get a kick in the butt, then there's no problem with it. And really that's why I decided to fast. I am a complete junk food addict. I can inhale like the big old thing of potato chips in like one sitting, seriously. And of course, all winter long, you've got Thanksgiving, you've got Christmas. I'm just stuffing my face, and I'm sitting here thinking, I'm always stuffing my face, honestly. I went vegan about 5 months ago, and that by itself isn't going to be that helpful when it comes to fitness if you're not doing whole food, plant-based vegan. So that's where I want to go, and I was really hoping that this fast would help me lose weight. I did lose, I guess, 14 pounds, but as we all know, a lot of that's going to come back. So I'm not banking on that as the way I'm going to lose weight, primarily. What I was really hoping that it would do is that I would be able to regain some focus and be able to kind of meditate on the healthy eating and the healthy living that I want to do coming off of the fast. I really just wanted to kick that junk food addiction. And the other things, the preventatives that I talked about are a plus because having both my mom, maternal grandmother, maternal great-grandmother, all having had ovarian cancer. My dad has diabetes. Basically, I'm at risk for some of these things that studies have shown that fasting can help prevent. I don't know if I'm going to do a fast again in the future. I'm not opposed to it, but we'll kind of see what happens as I come off of it. So anyway, what I really wanted is to be able to regain some focus on eating healthy food. Now, some things that I learned about myself during fasting. There she is again. She doesn't want to leave me alone. So one of the things that I really learned during fasting is that I can say no to junk food. This is a revelation to me, honestly. Sorry. This is a revelation to me, honestly, because it has been so hard in the past to go, no, I don't need that junk food. Oh, there's chips sitting beside me. I keep saying chips because that's really my big addiction. There's pretzels, I don't know what else, basically chips. But anyway, yeah, I was able to go, oh, well, no, I'm on a fast. At first, I was really just munchy. But I think that really helped me differentiate between being hungry, like, oh man, my stomach hurts, I need to eat, and being munchy, like, oh, sitting at my desk is a big trigger for me, and I sit at my desk a lot during the day because this is where I do most of my work. So obviously sitting at my desk being a trigger, I just want to munch, whatever I can get my hands on. So being able to go, oh, I'm actually just munchy. I'm not hungry. I think that's a really big, important lesson for me, that I don't have to constantly stuff my face if I'm sitting at my desk. Let's see. Another thing that I really learned from this fast, and it's something that I should have learned a long time ago, sorry, and that is to listen to my body signals better. So there were a couple times during this fast where I kind of worked myself a little too much. And my body was giving me signs that I was doing that, but I kept going anyway. For instance, I was, for about 2.5 hours on Sunday, I think, I was lifting boxes and moving furniture around. We still have some storage in our house that we really need to get rid of. And so I was just doing all this work, and I'm feeling like, oh, I feel kind of dehydrated. I need to drink water. I'm getting tired. My muscles are hurting. But I just kept going anyway, and I didn't stop as much as I needed to drink water, even though I was getting that drink water, those signals. And then yesterday, I made a big mistake. Some of it wasn't my fault, though. Well, kind of. Yesterday, I decided that I was going to start exercising. So, I meant to go a mile. I had it like all mapped out, this little mile around my neighborhood, and I'm fairly new to our neighborhood. We just moved a couple months ago, and probably should have gotten to know it better by now, but I haven't. So I ended up going like a 2-mile loop, and I felt like death. Probably about halfway through, I'm panting, I can't get my breath, I'm feeling weak, my brain is getting fuzzy, and I'm like, oh my god, I just need to keep going. And so I keep this like brisk walk up, instead of going, okay, my body needs to stop for a minute. I mean, even if I just needed to like lean against a tree and text on my phone or something, just anything to give my body a moment to relax would have been great yesterday. But I didn't. Part of it was because I was frustrated that I was lost and I just wanted to get home. But that's really not an excuse, because what happened was, by the time I got home, I felt like I had a fever. Like all my body's energies were going to, I guess, functioning as whatever, like doing this workout, and my body got really, really cold, and I got kind of woozy feeling. And I didn't get woozy the whole other experience other than this, and a little woozy over the moving furniture experience. But I had to lay down. And it's because I wasn't listening to my body. I wasn't going, oh, I need to slow this down. Obviously, there wasn't much I could do about the fact that I still had a mile to walk since I'd already gotten lost, but there were definitely some things I could have done to make it easier on myself. The third thing that I learned about myself is kind of a bad thing. I don't want to call it bad, but it's whatever. It's going to be difficult for me to get off my butt and exercise. Exercise has always been one of my hardest things. And one of the things that I wanted to do while I was in the middle of this fast was I wanted to do yoga. It's an easy, some basic yoga, not some of the really hard stuff. But just some basic yoga just to get myself back into the exercise routine. I think I did yoga maybe 3 times the whole time. There were a couple days where I didn't feel well enough, like up to it, but all the other days I was great, I was fine. There was no excuse for me not to do that. So yeah, and I know it's gonna take a lot of kicking myself in the butt to get myself to get up and go exercise. And I do kind of feel ashamed that I didn't do that yoga like I said that I would. So as far as my actual just overall experience with fasting, I'm sorry guys, my ear popped, and so I sound really weird to myself, so whatever. Anyway, as far as my overall experience with fasting goes, it was actually a lot easier than I thought it would be. The first day I got a little hungry about the time I usually would, and I kind of stayed hungry, but I never hit that like, oh, my stomach hurts, I'm so hungry. And I don't know why I didn't hit it. Usually, you know, if maybe it's a mental thing, because usually if, you know, I didn't eat till 4, I'd be hungry. The next day I felt I had an empty stomach kind of feeling, but again, I wasn't like super duper hungry. After that, I think it was day 4 and 5 that I had the worst experience. Hold on. Anyway, dog and cat are playing loudly over there. So I think it was day 4 and 5 that I was having the worst experience. I think, and it was pretty much symptoms that are pretty common with fasting. I think it was day 4, I got pretty significant back pain. It felt kind of like menstrual cramps or even a urinary tract infection, and I was kind of concerned about that. And then I learned that that's actually pretty common. I read a few different reasons as to why this could be the case, but to be perfectly honest, they all kind of sounded really loosely based. So I really don't want to go into those too much. I think it was day 5, I got a really bad headache, a splitting headache, and I don't get a lot of headaches, so that was very rare for me. But it only lasted till the afternoon. It wasn't something that continued for days. And both of them, I was very lucky that both of them were over within a day. A lot of people apparently struggle with it for 5-6 days. You know, it's something that they have to deal with for a long time. I think had that been the case, I really would have probably ended the fast. I can't remember if it was day 4 or 5, but there was a day in there where I got really nauseous. And again, it's something that is a fairly common symptom. Apparently you can produce too much bile and sometimes throw that up. I made the big mistake, because a lot of online sources said this was a great idea, of adding a little bit of lemon juice to my water. Not a good idea. I ended up with this like really acidic feeling stomach, and that made the nausea way worse. But luckily it only lasted maybe 2 or 3 hours. After that, after 4 and 5, maybe the 6th day, I can't really remember how that day went, but basically after those days, everything was smooth sailing. I felt fine, I felt great, other than, like I said, when I walked too much and too briskly, and when I did some furniture lifting. I never felt the lightheadedness some people experience. I was still able to work like normal. I didn't have any issues with that. So for me, the fast went pretty smoothly. Again, I think had I been somebody who'd had some pretty intense pains, especially over a prolonged period of time, I don't think I would have been able to finish the fast. I just don't want to live with that. So yeah, for me the fast was pretty easy, other than at the beginning being kind of munchy, and then those 2 or 3 days with some pain here and there, but none of it lasted very long. Today I feel great. I am kind of excited that I get to have my first meal of fruit. I think because I have tried to focus so much on healthy eating, I kind of honed in on the fact that my first meal would include watermelon, because I love watermelon. So watermelon became one of the biggest things I craved these entire 2 weeks. So I'm really stoked that that's one of the first things that I get to eat. From here, what I'm hoping to happen after this is I do want to get back onto the eating healthy track, and like I said, whole food plant-based eating. As I've already been vegan again for a few months, but I need to switch it over to actually healthy vegan. And as far as this goes, I really want to show people that you can actually get fit on a plant-based diet, because in my entire adulthood, I'm 30 now, so my entire adulthood, I've never been fit. I have been skinny, but I always was kind of, you know, squishy, and I was always very weak, and I'm not very flexible, all those things. So not only do I want to lose weight and get to a healthy weight, but I actually want to be fit and strong and capable, so I can go on my hikes and I can lift things that I need to lift without feeling like a weakling. So basically I want to be able to show people from the beginning somebody who is very unhealthy and overweight turning into somebody who's actually fit, all on a plant-based diet. Because I kind of wish I had that. You always see vegans who have their before and after pics, but you don't actually know them until their after pics. I want to be confident enough to go, I can do this. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. And you can see, you can watch the process. Also, if I continue to keep accountability with the, you know, YouTube and you guys and my blog, I think that'll help me also keep up with my fitness and my eating goals. So, you know, if I, for whatever reason, fall off track and spend a weekend binge eating on like chips and martinis, I will let you guys know that. There will be a reason that, you know, weight loss is coming hard. There she is again. She just can't leave me alone. So yeah, I think that's important, to be able to have some accountability and say, hey, I'm actually working toward this, or hey, I actually had a stumbling block. So yeah, that's kind of where I want to go with this. And like I said, I just want to show people that this can be done on a plant-based diet. So let me move the little kitty cat again. She's gonna complain. But she totally threw me off track. So yeah, I want to keep accountability for myself, and I want to show people that what you can do on plant-based. And without further ado, I'm super excited. You cannot have my watermelon. I'm super excited that I'm about to have my first bite of food in 2 weeks. And it's gonna be watermelon. Of course, I'm gonna pick the watermelon out first. I feel like I'm gonna choke because I haven't swallowed in so long. But anyway, guys, that concludes this video and everything that I wanted to say. So, have a good one and peace out.